I think
you clapped your hands. You were very excited.
You know what? I would like to hear your opinion because I believe
Before
it's
we go
gonna
to
be.
yours?
I believe it's different.
Yes.
Ladies first.
Yeah, I'm actually against the three of you.
Yeah, can you see how? Can you see how? Like,
Yeah.
Before we go to the what he was accused of and his allegations, let's first put them aside and just look at the clear picture. This woman had her own life. She was a famous model. She had it going for herself. I don't know what drew her to that young boy because I think when they got together, he was a bit young. That's the mistake in itself. I feel like she should have left him alone. But when you look at it, she gave up her career to be with this man, right? She gave up everything that she knew to go and be a housewife. I feel like she should get the half. Because being a housewife maintained is not easy. But it's not easy. If a woman gives up her life to go and be with you as a man, let her leave something when you're leaving. Because at the end of the day, she gave to you, and what? She's living with nothing? Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Janita Maya and this is the Repart Podcast. I'll let my co-hosts introduce themselves.
yes, people. DJ Maintain, living in Kampala now for 5 years, proudly Caribbean. What's up?
Okay.
Nice. Miss Kuhani Honey, the baddest Mama Jama. You've seen me before, Pan-African dating show. And yes, follow me on the gram at Kuhania. Please follow me.
Okay.
OShea Duke Jackson, Sacramento, California, African-American, West Coast stand-up.
Okay. Now, Kuhani, I think Kuhani has done a podcast with us before, but it's not yet out.
Yeah.
It will be dropped soon.
I'm so excited for it, by the way.
But welcome.
Asante sana.
Okay, now recently there's a story that is trending about a PSG footballer called Ashraf Hakimi. Who is getting a divorce with the wife, but when they went to divorce court and the wife wanted half of everything of his, the wife found out that he does not own anything. A millionaire who has nothing in his names. Apparently, all his money goes to the mother. If he needs anything, the mother buys it for him. Guys.
Can I kick it off?
Please.
Please do.
All right. So I've been so busy lately. I've heard a little bit about the story. I dropped the story on my main channel, but I didn't realize the age difference until until you told me for the podcast, which is the guy is like 24.
Yeah.
And the lady is 36.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a trend that we see now. I believe she's a Spanish Tunisian actress, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's 36. And it sounds very similar to what you're seeing, like a lot of successful women when they decide to get married in their 30s. What you find out is, for the most part, outside of like Janet Jackson, these ladies don't marry. Either the person that they're marrying is not as financially, like Erykah Badu. She's 51, dating this 27-year-old guy. You see it with Madonna now, you know, and all she did dates was young guys. And so this lady is 36, but couldn't cling on to an older guy that had money. Same thing with the Britney. You heard of Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
So Brittany Renner with, I forgot the guy's name, PJ Washington on the Hornets. So you have this lady who's 30 and for whatever reason has a bad reputation in the industry that she's in, or a guy won't touch her for whatever reason. So then who's the next best thing? You try to talk to somebody who's younger. Look at Larsa Pippen dating Michael Jordan's son, right? So women do that, I think, in my honest opinion, because they want to have some level of, okay, he's what I want sexually, but I have some level of control over him. So, and my mom and my dad went through that same situation. My dad was like 5 years younger than my mom. My mom didn't have much respect for him as a man. So when you see these women who are in the, like even, what's this chick name? Megan Good and Devon Franklin. So in that case, they're similar age, but the guy is not as successful as her. So I feel like there's some level of, I'm 36, you're 24, you don't know very much about life. And because you don't know very much about life, then I'm dealing with you, not because I really want to, but because nobody that's really in my age bracket or level of success wants me. So here's this young, rich guy who doesn't know very much about life, and I think that he's stupid. So what happens is, I feel like what's not being said is, how is this guy? I know he was allegedly cheating and has this charge against him.
Yeah.
We won't say what the charge is, but my question is not to defend what he did.
Yeah.
But how is she talking to him every day? Because you're a 36-year-old woman. What do you have so much in common with a 24-year-old guy that you feel like you can talk about every day? Probably not very much. And you probably feel that at a certain level, the guy is stupid. And probably your mom is saying, okay, this guy is young, he's rich and stuff like that. He can earn, your career might be fizzling out, he can still stay there. Get with this guy. Same thing with like Robin Givens and Mike Tyson and whatever. Like, you know the guy's not that bright, but you don't have any other options that will bring you affluence. And then your name is always ringing because the guy, I think Morocco, did they almost go to the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, they almost got to the final,
Yeah. So you have this guy who's very talented and young, and you're getting older, and he's in the prime. Yeah, why not write it out? But not thinking that he's young, he's going to make a lot of mistakes. He's, you know, really unchallenged as a man. So you already knew that going into it, that this is a young guy who's going to make mistakes at 24.
Yeah.
Guys will make mistakes at 44. But a 24-year-old guy is definitely, when I was 24, I'm like really stupid. I'm 42, I'm now, next week, I'm still stupid, but not as stupid as I was at 24. So I'm thinking like, why are you with the guy in the first place?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem for me, because you think that he's dumb, and we're going to find out that he's a lot smarter than what we actually thought. And I think that there's a trend. You're seeing older women all around the world. If you're 36, want to get married, these guys are not touching these ladies. So they're going with somebody that they can control. And that's probably what happened here.
Well said.
Right.
Kohani, please, as a woman, tell us what you think.
You see the setup.
The criminal side eye.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'd say for me, I feel like she tried to pull a Janet Jackson, where like she could get married to this guy for a while, and then after divorcing him, she'd get some money. So I don't know if they have children. Do they have children?
They have 2 kids, 2 boys.
Oh, so well, I feel like it's really sad, but maybe her career was washing off and she needed the next good thing to set her up. That's how I feel, honestly. I feel like she just wanted to get something out of this, and she found out, oh shit, ain't nothing there.
Clearly. Okay, Maintain, tell us.
No, I think
You clapped your hands. You were very excited.
No, what? I would like to hear your opinion, because I believe
Before we
it's
go
gonna
to
be.
yours?
I believe it's different.
Yes.
Ladies first.
Yeah, I'm actually against the 3 of you.
Yeah, can you see how like
Yeah.
Before we go to the what he was accused of and his allegations, let's first put them aside and just look at the clear picture. This woman had her own life. She was a famous model. She had it going for herself. I don't know what drew her to that young boy, because I think when they got together, he was a bit young. That's the mistake in itself. I feel like she should have left him alone. But when you look at it, she gave up her career to be with this man, right? She gave up everything that she knew to go and be a housewife. I feel like she should get the half. Because being a housewife, Maintain, is not easy. But it's not easy. If a woman gives up her life to go and be with you as a man, let her leave something when you're leaving. Because at the end of the day, she gave to you, and what? She's living with nothing? You want her to go out empty-handed? No, she gave up her life. She became a mother, which is not easy. She became a wife. Those 2 things, Maintain is smiling. But being a mom and a wife are not easy. You give up so much. You give up your life. You sacrifice a lot. So I feel like it's just for her to take what she wants. Okay, maybe not half, 10%. You know? Yes.
What about you, Maintain?
So, how much does this? Sorry, a little bit of context. He plays for Paris Saint-Germain in Paris, right?
PSG.
He's PSG. He's probably making. He was one of the most sought after right backs in European football. He played for Inter Milan, and there was a big chase signature to sign him. So he's probably earning about $1 million.
He's making $215,000 a week. Every week.
So I'm sorry, if you're getting with a man that earns that, you're not giving up anything.
You are
and you're
giving up
definitely
something.
not. You're definitely not a housewife.
Can I just say before you move on? Do you know what I mean by you're giving up something? Because you're not earning your own money. You're just feeding off his money, which is not your money. Money that is not in your pocket is not your money. Continue.
Right. So you're not a housewife if your husband is earning €1,000 a week. You're not a housewife.
You are a housewife. Why not?
So you think she's mopping and cleaning?
Even if she's not doing that, she's managing whoever is doing that. That is housewife duty.
Can I chip in and say that I would say she made a choice.
Yeah.
She made a choice to quit her job. She made a choice to become a wife, a housewife. Like, if she could have chosen to like keep being an actress and a model, because at the end of the day, her husband can afford for her to keep her job.
Right.
She made that choice. So I don't see why she's out here moping and crying, because she's the one who wanted to do it. Like right now, if I get married and I decide, you know what, I'm going to be a soccer mom, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to be staying home, become a Stepford wife, it's my choice.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Housewife.
I like it.
It's fun.
So she made that choice. So I honestly don't see what the fuss is about. For me, I'm still standing on that. I feel even her making that choice of becoming a housewife and everything, it's because she knew there was a bag somewhere and she thought she could get to it easily. And to her surprise, it didn't. And also him having his mom take care of his money, I understand he's very young. And at 24, you're making that type of money. Bro, you're going to go out there and you're going to blow up your money. So I feel like also his mom was like, yo, you better be wise. You better wise up and keep your money somewhere. So yeah, very understandable. And I don't know why she got with.
Let me just say this though. Like, I know that she's also from Tunisia originally.
All right.
So obviously they're probably both Muslim.
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know if they're both speaking in Arabic because he's from a French country and she's now in Spain.
Yeah.
But I would think like, okay, she's looking at it like, even though she's a Muslim and probably wants traditional life, she has been living in Europe, in Spain. So I think some of that feminism can get into the point where, okay, the guy has done something I don't like. And I'm like in my 30s. Well, fuck the guy. I got my kids now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can get back to how I used to do things, because a lot of ladies when they're 30 or in their 30s, they just want to have kids. And for her, it was like maybe the time was ticking where it was going to be too late.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there was probably a pressure for her to want to, have these kids. Because probably the guys that she really wanted to be with probably were not serious. So here's a guy that she looks at his genotype. Okay, look, if I have kids by this guy, well, obviously he's a great soccer player. He's a good looking guy, to my opinion. So if I have my children now, I fulfilled my destiny. It didn't work out. I got married. Now I have every reason to go back and pursue my career. Yeah. So that might be it. Just similar as probably what Janet Jackson was. She mentioned that she married just a Qatari guy. And we all know Janet Jackson didn't want to be like a Muslim or anything like that, probably. But she got that baby she wanted. And the baby, and I would say, dare I say, with the good hair and good genes and things like that. All right, so now that I got the kid I needed, I fulfilled that part of my destiny. Yeah. Let's go out there and live the rest of my life. And what I would honestly believe is that that this guy is so young and immature. Had it not be what he's doing today, you wouldn't be dealing with the guy. You know that the guy is going to make a mistake. The guy is one of the best soccer players on planet Earth. Yeah. She's an entertainer. You know how many times women are throwing themselves at somebody like that. Yeah. So a lot of times as men, we have certain levels of development. I'm not trying to excuse whatever he's accused of doing, or if he's doing it and running it right now. But even in your 40s and 50s, a man will struggle with that. Yeah. Having different women coming at you. What do you expect from somebody who's 24? And you should already understand that guy is going to make those sorts of mistakes as a young man. And dare I say, older guys, you're athlete, every girl in Paris is a hot city. Have you been there before? Never been there before.
I've never been there before, no.
Yeah, every woman is throwing themselves to this guy. Everybody. Yeah. Everywhere he goes.
Yeah, because that's the premier team in Paris. Like, if you play for PSG, you got keys to the city.
You should have to know that guy is going to be sleeping with somebody else every now and then. And most athletes' wives know, like there's most NBA athletes' wives and girlfriends. Like, do you think that your husband's going to be faithful to you? You have to be realistic. You think that your husband is an actor, and like, look at Bill Gates. They had an agreement. Like, twice a year, I'm going to go screw these chicks alone, and that's in the marriage. So I don't know what they have agreed to, But you would have to know that that guy is not going to make is at a young age like that.
Yeah.
So you're kind of waiting for the guy to are you waiting for him to make a mistake so that you can go?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, because on King Gander I'm known as the simp, right? So
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, for sure. So
But you made a comeback since the Passport Bros episodes, but
so I'm just gonna say this, right? They've got kids together.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing, right?
Right.
So when it comes to the children, he's definitely got to break her off something.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So whether they've discussed that behind closed doors, because all we're seeing is what's presented to us in the media, right? We don't know what's happened behind that. So all we're doing is speculating here. So they may have had a conversation about breaking off the kids, like, you know, inheritance and all that. And maybe she went, what about me? And he's like, what about you? And then she's gone, all right, I'm blasting you out in the paper. And because I don't agree with this half thing. I don't agree with half.
When she says
Like, if you got kids, sit down like adults, reason, and find a common ground with financially. But half?
But I understand
don't
what
understand
about
the
me?
half.
Because when you get married, as a woman, you're not getting younger. First of all, let's look at that. You're not getting younger. You're giving up. I feel like in marriage, you know,
What is she giving up, really? He's on
saying it's-
250,000
being a wife
euros
is not
a
just
week.
being a wife. You're giving up so much. So let him give her something.
Okay, Jonita, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
He's on 250,000 euros a week. That's probably after tax. Right?
But it's going to the mom.
It's $215,000.
And it's going to the
US
mother.
dollars.
Right.
I think it's pre-tax.
Okay, so what exactly has she given up? You see how the rich Ugandan men live here.
Because she
Oh, bring it up, brother. Bring it up, brother.
Chefs,
Driver.
drivers, private.
They have a nanny.
What is
a
she
house
giving
help,
up
a driver.
exactly? What's she giving up? Apart from a career which she probably didn't even want to
Her
be in.
life that would have been if she didn't have kids or if she was
what-
not a wife.
So the life that she would have had, is it better than the life she had when she was married?
What I'm trying to say is that you need to give women something when they're living a marriage, okay?
and I agree.
Yeah.
But not half.
Yeah.
Half is too much, but she needs to get something because at the end of the day, women sacrifice a lot to be in these
Listen,
marriages.
don't get
and
me
to
wrong.
Be in these homes.
I am champion women. I back women. Like, I
Simp?
always do. I'm the simp, right?
No, but-
Yeah.
But this, come on.
But Kwani,
Okay, I'd say, first of all, I feel like the only thing she gave up was her uterus and her womb, but she's still
but do
banging.
you know how hard that is?
No, but she's still
It's
banging.
hard.
She would have come back and got back into the industry and pulled a Beyonce on everyone. But also, I don't think she deserves half because how has she contributed in gaining that wealth?
Well, his peace and quiet for him
I
to
don't
go
even
out
think,
there and make
trust
money.
me, when they were
That's a
having this
contribution?
conversation, I don't even think he was in the room. I don't think he was even there. I think she sat down with his mom and his mom was like, look, I'll take care of your children. They're my grandkids. But you, my friend, you need to gather. You need to know.
But isn't that
Plus,
unfair?
also, maybe, my theory is maybe she was offered something, but she felt like, no, I want more. So after that is where they were like, you know, I tried to give you this, but you tried to be a brat. So now I'm not going to give you anything. Yeah.
So let me just say this also. Like, the whole West in France would be a part of what we would deem the West. I think if they would have been married in Morocco, I don't know what the laws are. I do know even the Muslim countries are somehow in the Arabic law even fairer to women in many cases, from what I understand. I don't know Morocco or Tunisian law, but I do know that in France or the Europe is going to be very similar to what it is in the United States or the UK. I think what you're seeing now is for a lot of guys is, okay, I am who I am before I met, let's say I'm going to marry.
Well, we hope not, but let's say.
Let's say I have the pleasure of marrying this beautiful young lady here, okay? So before I meet her, she's not going to, for most guys, you know, some guys are exceptionally good looking. And this guy might be considered to be exceptionally good looking, right?
Yes.
He's a handsome man.
But the thing about it is this, or maybe not. But even for guys like that, the guys who pay the most money in divorces are these exceptionally good-looking athletes who are tall and muscular, right? So that doesn't even make any difference anymore because the women are still going to take your money. So the reality is, before I come to you, I have to be somebody. There's something that I have to do to be with you. To a certain degree, if you're making a lot of money, even those women, because if you're a guy that's an entertainer, you're not going to just marry some lady who has nothing. You, like, look at Russell Wilson and like Sierra. Yeah, so most times when you're in those industries, you're going to want to be with somebody in the same socioeconomic or same level of background. But he has to become somebody to be even there. Okay? So the guy, you wouldn't even deal with him if he wasn't who he is, which meant that before he met you, he was somebody. Now you're saying that half of what the guy is worth, you belong.
I deserve.
You deserve it, even though he made a mistake, when he had to be 100% of who he was before he met you. So now let's look at the bigger scope of things, because you have the red pill, you have the manosphere guys, Andrew Tate. We did an episode on Kevin Samuels.
Yes.
Were you here for that one?
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't here.
No,
It was Tina and Awagaba.
Oh, shit.
So why are these guys? And I was in the manosphere or in the red pill community for many years. Why are these guys wanting to not get married? Because if you look at the United States, they're saying that marriage is at an all-time low. Guys don't even want to go to dates. Because what is the incentive? Like, relationships happen. Men cheat or women cheat. I'm not excusing cheating. But now, if anything, I saw a TikTok where a guy walked in and caught his wife cheating, and he divorced her and had to pay half. So the thing is it worth getting married? So now what guys are doing now, and this is what, you never heard of Bad Man Kevo, this rapper guy?
No.
What guys are doing is very similar around the United States. If you own business or if you have money, let's say if I marry you, Kuhani, right? Or let Joan ruin my life, right? Let's say if I do one of the two, right?
Let's Kuhani.
Let's let Kuhani ruin my life.
Yeah.
Because Joan been ruining my life for like 5 years. So I'll let you ruin it now. Okay? So if I'm going to marry you, before I meet you, I have a plan already intact. And who's going to tell me how to deal with that? My mom going to tell me how to deal with that. A lot of y'all don't understand that. The business we have today, my mom is on the other side of the country like, oh, this is how you deal with this. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, my mom is very involved with King kind of behind the scenes. People don't know it.
Yeah.
So now, if I'm going to marry you, my mom is going to tell me, okay, who is this lady? Oh, she's from Kenya, right? No disrespect to Kenya anywhere else, but the lady is Moroccan, the wife is Tunisian. She's going to say, we're both in the Arab world. We don't know these people. We can't trust them.
I was going to raise that point as well.
Right?
That's a very good point.
So this is what she's going to say to the daughter. Okay, so she's a Kenyan. Who are her people? Why do they like you? Why she want to be with you? My mom is going to be automatically thinking like that because she's probably shady too on the low. So she's already thinking ahead of you. So this is what we're going to do. Put all the business in the business name. That's what Bam Man Kelvin says. That's why Future and guys like that have like 13 kids and pay a little child support. Make yourself an employee of the company. Pay yourself $3,000 a month. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you go out there and do whatever you want, but if she wants to leave you, let her take it from what the salary you're as an employee are paid from your company. All right, Kuhani, you want to leave me? I'm making $1,000 a month. There you go. Go to the courts.
That's no. So this is for Joni.
You want to leave me?
They asked you, Kuhani.
You want to leave me now? Or do you want to stay and work this out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. But I love what OShea said there, and it's made me think of something, right? So say you two got married, right?
Yeah.
And then you wanted a divorce. I would say Kuhani deserves half because she's on the Pan-African dating show and she's brought up the level of that.
Don't you say that.
That's what I agree with women.
Or if
wives
she's working in the business.
Yeah, getting half. So say like when she met him, she was a personal trainer. She showed him about diet, training, recovery, things like that. And brought his game up another level. Then yeah, you get half.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. But I don't know if she's done that, but she's an actress, so I doubt that's what's happened.
But okay, well said, maintain. When OShea was talking about the law, do you know in Uganda they recently passed a law where the woman can't claim your 50%. She has to go to court and prove that she contributed.
Yes!
But that's not...
That's 70 is the greatest president in Africa.
So wait.
Now you like him?
I love him. What do you mean?
Wait a minute. So it's court. So of course you have to prove. You can't just go off on someone's word.
No.
Before a woman could claim a certain percentage of your wealth, and it was allowed, but they recently passed it. So if you helped that man build the house and you paid maybe for bricks, you need to have a receipt that you paid for the bricks before they say, oh, maybe you have a certain percentage of ownership to this house.
Yeah.
They recently passed it, but do you see? But what I'm trying to say is, do you see how unfair the laws are against women?
No.
I do not think they're
Do you see?
unfair.
No.
I think they're unfair because at the end of the day, women are going to live empty-handed. Like OShea says, what's in it for the marriage? Also, what's in it for the marriage for the woman if she's just going to go there and slave her life away and then come out with nothing?
Jonita, she's gonna get dough. She's just not gonna get half. And she's got kids with the man. She's getting money for the rest of her life.
That's okay, but like in general,
And the next guy, here's the thing. And the next guy she goes to ain't gonna give her shit. That's the whole point. So you want me to give you half, you're gonna leave me. Who are you gonna be with next? You're gonna be in love with some dude on Instagram because you can't get nobody. I'm just gonna be real. You won't get nobody else rich like me. Usually it don't happen. Very few ladies are like Sierra or Janet Jackson or even like Mariah Carey. That's very far in between. Usually once women have kids, stuff like that, those ladies are still, number one, extremely beautiful and extremely connected. Most ladies can't be in their 40s getting like, they have to start dating younger guys. So I'm going to pay for you to leave me. You ain't gonna be dealing with a broke dude. He going to be,
I bet she ends up with another footballer.
And that's the thing.
but won't be on that same level as that guy.
They put
Probably
themselves in
not.
such
Look at Larsa
situations.
Pippen and Scottie Pippen. Look at that.
Yeah.
Larsa Pippen can't get anybody near Scottie Pippen status.
Well, look at Derek Fisher and what's in it, Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
He broke up first. She got with him.
Yeah, but that's very uncommon. That happens some of the time.
That happens in Europe. Happens all the time.
But it doesn't happen.
Ryan Giggs was sleeping with his brother-in-law's wife.
But what it can happen.
like-
What I'm saying is it doesn't happen as much. I'm gonna tell you why now it doesn't happen as much now. Because now you have the internet, bro. Like when we were coming up,
Yeah.
and let's say I think like Emmitt Smith. You ever heard him before?
Yeah, no.
On the Cowboys, he married
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence's ex-wife.
Right.
But that really don't happen so much now. Because before the internet and the world wasn't as connected.
Yeah.
Now you have these guys who are getting smart. Like, all right, well, I could have these kids and not get married. Like Cam Newton got like 4 kids. Back in the 90s, everybody was married. Jordan was married. Barkley was married. Clyde Drexler was married.
Clyde the Glide.
90% of the NBA players today are not married besides LeBron and Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. Most guys don't want to get married because you don't want to lose all your money.
That's true.
And even like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre signed a prenup.
Yeah.
And the wife said what? Oh, you know what? He forced me to sign this. I didn't sign it under. He still had to pay like $100 million. And even so guys are saying, what's the use of getting married? And then when your wife goes and deals with somebody else with your money, it's some guy she's spending money on. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But when you see it from the other point of view, and then like they get married, and then the man turns out to be a demon himself, then what?
No, that happens.
Take half of it.
That happens.
Yeah.
All right. A demon in what sense? Like he physically abuses her?
Physical abuse.
Well, yeah, she deserves everything
emotional
then.
abuse.
Yeah. No, that
She should
happens.
clean. If it's physical abuse, which this is not. But if it is,
At least we don't know about it. But she hasn't said. If it was the case, she would have said it.
She's coming
Yeah.
out in the paper saying, "Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
this, that, and the
Great
other."
point.
Definitely, he didn't hit her because if he hit her, it would be out there.
Yeah.
So it's like the point I'm trying to make is, oh god, I forgot my point.
It's okay as you're thinking about your point. My point is that women should get something at the end of it all.
They should.
What was I gonna say?
They should, because you guys, marriage does not just take. It's not easy.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, go.
It's not easy for both genders. Coming together and forming whatever that is. There's a lot of compromise. There's a lot of sacrifice. One person is advancing in their career, and one person is sitting back to let that person advance in their career.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. So while he was out there becoming a footballer, she had to sit back because who's going to take care of the home? Or he's out there playing football and she's a model flying
their
around.
Employees. That's who's going to look
No,
after
but
the home.
they say that's not
And when he's
how-
out playing football, she's up in the executive box with all the other
course.
with all the other
Looking.
I
with
feel
all the
like,
other wives
Yeah.
discussing what Fendi
Drinking
bag they're going to get
champagne.
next. You know what I'm saying? It's
Those
like
are the perks.
It's context. Yeah, let's be honest. Her level of life went up. She's living probably in one of the most beautiful suburbs of Paris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Paris.
like her, Paris. Like she's good. I'm not saying that's everything because there's a lot of people out there with loads of money, rich and all that, and they still take their
yeah.
own lives. Yeah, so money isn't everything.
Yes.
Right.
But what I'm saying is her life elevated. And she's not like, when you're married to a rich sports person, you're not a housewife. You're not doing. You're not mop and bucket. You're not doing the
but
school.
You're managing whoever is doing
run.
that. You're sitting down. You know, even I saw Georgina, who's married to Cristiano Ronaldo, people are coming for, she says, I work so hard. Yet she was planning a vacation. That's work.
Don't even talk about her, because they use surrogates to have. She doesn't even push the babies out.
Because her baby died.
So that's why they have surrogates now.
No. But what I'm trying to say is, you're saying, oh, she's not holding the mop herself, but she's managing whoever is holding the mop. You know, being a manager doesn't mean being a manager in business alone. You're also being a manager at home.
Go ahead, baby.
I would say that you made a point and you said the laws work against women.
Yes.
I feel like every woman, and I'm speaking out of experience, not my experience, but my mom's experience. My mom got married. She didn't have anything. And when my dad left, I saw how much we struggled. So for me, what I would say is, if you're a woman and you're looking to get married to someone, please first look for yours. Look for yours first. So that when she left her job. Remember this. She quit.
Thank you, Kohani. She quit her job.
She quit.
She could have advanced in her career.
Exactly. That's my
point.
Married.
But that was her decision.
So many women get married. So many women get married. They push out 5 babies. They go to work. They work because they know the importance of having their own. Like, marriage is not a guarantee. This man might wake up one day, you smile, and he's like, I hate your smile today, and decides out.
That's true. It can happen. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So have your own. Have your own. Rather than coming and crying.
But isn't the man the provider? Have your own and let him provide.
Yes, he is a provider.
Yeah, there's nothing
he is
wrong
a
with
provider.
that.
When you're in that marriage, he will provide for you. But also think about, what if he decides he doesn't want to be married to you anymore?
Yeah,
Right.
You need to have your own.
And that's the reason why Beyonce couldn't leave Jay. If she wanted, she would have, but she was like, shit, I'm leaving. Where am I going? To who? To where? To what?
Yeah,
let me just say this.
Yes,
Let me just say this also, as let's Africanize the show now as black men, and I'm not married yet. But I will say this, as men, he got to take some accountability, although he's young. When you say you want to be married, let's say if I have an agreement with you, all right, like, I want to get married to you, but I do a little thought in it up on the side. I'm not gonna bring you back nothing crazy, no disease or nothing like that. But this is what I need. I need to experience some of this. And the wife says it's okay. If my wife says it's okay, then I have an agreement with her, because I for whatever reason I love her more than anybody else. Now, if any case I told her I was going to do something, and then I don't do it, it doesn't matter what age I am. I'm still in the wrong, right? So if the guy was cheating on his wife, we can't get around the fact he's in the wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that's just something
Agreed.
that's just,
Agreed.
he's in the wrong.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, he's in the wrong. So your wife don't want to deal with you no more because you promised her something that you couldn't fulfill. I think it's a problem with a lot of guys that are affluent and come into money. And in my lifetime, like, I was just 8 years ago, I was at 34, entering medical school. I had sacrificed all my life to have that opportunity. I was living at home with my mom. But then after some dollars later, I've seen a little bit of the other side, not to his level, of course, but I've seen the things that can happen, and what flexibility a guy with money can have, and some of the places that you can see. And I don't know if the guy's from a poor family or whatever, but now you're in Paris, which is one of the best cities, and it's the fashion capital of the world. It's a lot of you're in, even French Arabs are big in Paris, because it's Tunisia, it's Egypt, Egypt was part French at one point. Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria. So you got ladies from your community who want to deal with you. You got ladies from the white community who want to deal with you. The French world, the Francophone world is huge. So, you might say, as guys, I love you the most, but I need some, and it doesn't matter. But if you say I'm gonna be faithful to you, and I don't do that, I'm lying. And it's hard for a man to fulfill those promises. I get it when you're 24. And I don't want to blame her for that. because he was in the wrong. I know because of Kingana, they think I hate women and whatever. So, but I will say this. At a certain level, if you're 36 years old, you're dating a man that's 24. If I'm 42 dating a woman that's 28, I expect that woman's going to make some mistakes that, you know, I wouldn't be at 42. Cheating as a young guy in the prime of his life, sexual prime of his life. Now I'm 42 now, close to, I don't want to be, you know, canceled or whatever. But I ain't like I was, if you know what I'm talking about, when I was 24. I don't know about you. But me, I'm not there no more. You know what I mean? It used to be when the wind blows, hey, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
now I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. But now, thank God for the change. I could just sit there and think about stuff. I ain't got to, you know, because I ain't there like I used to be. I mean, I can feel that I'm not 24. I have my good days or whatever. But when you're 24, man, a young man at that point, man, listen.
That's all you think about.
Everything moving.
Yeah.
You're literally knocking shit down. And my boy was talking about testosterone replacement. I said, no, it's okay, bro.
Yeah,
No. I don't want that because it'd be a lot of babies in Uganda and I'll be making y'all raise them while I'm at work.
Plus, he has the money to do all those things.
Yeah. But you're coming into your own.
Yeah.
So a woman that's 36 should be able to understand this is a young man. You know?
She knows that though.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm dealing. He is wrong for sure. But this is a young man, 24, not really ready to be married.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not seasoned. Like the old folk used to say, that man is seasoned. I mean, he's been around. He know what he has experienced. So these young guys, they may make a lot of money and may be prominent, but that don't mean they're ready to be fathers or husbands. We have to grow into that as men. And I think that you know, she doesn't realize that, or for whatever reason. I'm not saying that he's not right, but as black men, if we want to Africanize this, we got to do a better job of respecting our women for sure. If our women are being nice to us and stuff like that, they're doing what we ask them to do. They're not out here making themselves look bad. There should be no reason why you should be out there disrespecting your wife. If you don't have to do that, it's bad, right?
Agreed.
Now, if your wife leave you, because in the black world we have a problem with protecting our women and leaving our women helpless when they didn't really do nothing wrong. So that's something we got to fix as black men. But if you have a good wife, you'd be lucky because a lot of brothers ain't got a good wife. A lot of men ain't got a good wife. But you gonna leave your wife for somebody that you wouldn't be dealing with for some. That's gonna be hard to do that. But again, I understand the struggle. But again, like the 50% thing, that's a lot of money. But she should get something.
No, maybe 5%.
Because you lost. You if you cheated on your wife, and your wife don't want to deal with you for that. I haven't heard this side of the story. I don't know. The mama is saying he didn't do that.
Oh, moms always stand up for their kids.
My mama is the hardcore. I could be selling drugs all through the world. My mama is gonna stand up for me. Hey, mom.
But yeah, guys, what are your last remarks on this topic?
My last remarks would be this. To echo what OShea said. Yeah, he's in the wrong. He cheated.
If he did it,
if he did it.
Allegedly.
Because you know what?
Allegedly
I know I'm a long one, but a lot of ladies make false claims against guys all the time. Even Chris Brown in London got those false claims.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. So he allegedly cheated. If this turns out to be true, then he's in the wrong and he's got to make sure she's right. I don't agree with 50% of what he's made, but I agree with the fact he's got to look after her. Don't really feel that sorry for her because her life has been good and it will continue to be good.
Yeah.
Because she's his ex-wife. So I just think respect on both sides goes a long way. But she shouldn't be getting half. But she should be getting something. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but ever since Morocco got really far in the World Cup and the continent of Africa has been pushed into the limelight and they're saying, oh, why have Morocco got this far? Oh, look, they've got a new training base, new stadium. Their marquee star player is now all of a sudden embroiled in all this. So shortly after the World Cup ended, there was this rape allegation. Now, after that, the divorce from this woman. So it's ringing alarm bells for me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but
Sounds
a bit.
Yeah.
That's my last comment on the whole thing.
Kohani?
For me, I'd say she should get out there. You still have potential to build yourself back up.
Yeah.
You still have body. You still like
She's
you
an
can
actress,
you can
right?
get this. You can get
She's
this.
good looking.
So
Is
she
she?
can go back out there and she can do her thing and probably even be in a better place than even the marriage that she was in. So
Yeah.
but I
Okay.
doubt that mother is going to give her something. I doubt it.
No, she's got
mothers.
no, she's got kids. She's got kids with the guy. She's got
The
to get
mom will
something.
give the kids something, but not her.
But like to get to the kids, you have to go through her.
Yeah,
So she's,
so just be like, I take care of my grandkids.
OShea,
But
do you have any last remarks?
I just want to say I love my mother.
Oh, okay.
My mother is a wizard. Like seriously, she's impacted this business in a major way. She is like the person with the crystal ball. So you know, like I said, my mom has prepared me for a lot of shady shit and how to get around it. And sometimes as men, you know, I know that you have a wife and something like that, and that's if you find a wife, you find a good thing.
Yeah.
But your mother. The mother is so I love my mom very much, and my grandmother.
Yeah.
And they're the real like shady wizards of everything, and prepared me for how to see things. And my dad too, he's shady too. So shout out to him. But my family is really like, you know, they like the way that my mom can articulate things like before it happens.
Yeah.
Because I had a situation last year in the company, I won't talk about it right now, but I talked to my mom and she's like, yeah, so how you handle that dude is X, Y, and Z. You know, I was like, but she's with. So sometimes, you know, a lot of times, you know, you're the woman that you love, it don't love you unconditionally. Sometimes there's a condition with it. Yeah. Your mother loves you unconditionally, unfortunately. I know mine does. It's not everybody. I know some brothers have probably, but for me,
no, me too. My mom's always been right. When it's like at the time, I couldn't hear what she was saying. I thought she was just being like, you know, like accusatory, and like, just like pessimistic. But now, as time has gone on and I've seen things unfold, pretty much everything she said has been right.
Been right. And if you have a good wife that loves you, one thing a YouTuber named David Carey, he passed away, said if a woman loves you, she will stop you from making a fool out of yourself.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's the one thing my mom has always been able to do. And she can see if you are like, talk to you for like 30 minutes. Oh, okay. She asks certain questions, stuff like that. Yeah, that one, get her out of here. Send her back to wherever she's from. You know what I mean? Like right away.
Yeah.
So again, but that doesn't stop the fact that, you know, sometimes our moms are biased with us. But as men, there's a certain level of things we should treat our women in a certain way. We should be, especially if they're, you know, our black women and stuff like that. So I'm not simping, like maintain. Yeah. But that's the truth, you know.
Get on the simp train, bro.
Yeah, I'm already simping as it is. Johnny got a whole bunch of evidence on me simping. So if she ever wants to make a documentary, the simpermentary.
That's one.
What's your last
my last remark, my last
auntie.
comment would be being a housewife and being a wife is not easy like people make it out to be. I know Maintain wants to kick and throw and do everything that he wants to do. Even if you're a rich housewife, still being a house manager is hard. Okay? Maintain. It is hard. So yes, I do believe that women out there need to protect themselves. You know, when you get into marriage, also sign something that also protects you somewhere. Because at the end of the day, imagine your kids have a rich dad and then a poor mom. It doesn't, you know, the lifestyles will be different, definitely. So I hope women out there can protect themselves, you know, and look out for themselves. I know getting into marriage is like, oh, two coming together. You'll still be one at a certain point in life. So look out for that one who is you. But yeah, guys, where can they find you?
Very well put. You can find me at DJ Maintain on all social mediums.
Kuhani?
You can find me on Instagram at Kuhani, KHUHANI. Hello, I always follow back.
You do follow back?
Yeah, I follow back.
Most of our viewers don't have they don't have posts. It's like 2 posts and then like 0. It's like, it's shady. It's sketchy.
I'll follow back, but there's always that time
Instagram
period where you
no,
have
on Instagram. The viewers on YouTube, when they go to Instagram, they don't have posts or they don't follow anyone. It's like 0 posts, 0 followers, and then 2. And then you want to follow me. It's like,
don't follow me.
Are you a thief?
I want the followers.
Are you shady?
Then one day I'll come and do general cleaning and I'll be like, you don't have posts. You don't have posts. So
Yeah. But not to say you're shady out there. You're all amazing if you're watching
really
this.
are.
Yeah, Kingana's audience is pretty shady, but
Wow.
yeah, y'all know y'all ain't. All right. At OShea Duke, Instagram. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Okay, before they peace out, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms at Kenganda Nation and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you want to see Miss Kuhani Hani doing her thing, head over to the Pan African Dating Show. We'll see you guys next time.